earnings. Walmart beating estimates by 3 cents a share. Revenue also higher than consensus. For his take, we are joined right now by Patrick McKeever. He is an analyst at MKM Partners. He's with us on the phone this morning from Detroit. Patrick, thanks so much for being with us. We saw the same store sales 7 consecutive quarters lower in the U.S. Walmart says for this quarter there may be a gain or there may be a loss. There's this range, negative 1% growth to positive 1% growth. Is this the turnaround quarter for Walmart, or is that not convincing enough?
Good morning, Deirdre. I would say probably not convincing enough because they have an easy comparison in the second quarter. It's actually a little bit easier than it was in the first quarter, so that will factor in. And I was at flat comps for the second quarter, so that's pretty much the midpoint of the company's guidance for Walmart U.S. So I don't know. I think we're not quite there yet, and I would highlight also that Bill Simon, head of Walmart U.S., did make some pretty cautious comments in the press release about gas prices, about food inflation, and the impact of those items on the company's core.
I was just going to ask you about the higher gas prices. I mean, how does that fit into your modeling?
Well, it definitely, I think, will weigh on the company's core customers' spending power. So, and the other thing that they're facing, of course, is higher food prices. And even in some of the price surveys that we do, we just completed one last week, we saw a 1.5% increase in grocery prices over the past 2 months. Year-to-date, grocery prices, by our survey anyway, are up about 3.5%. So I think that will help sales a little bit because grocery represents more than 50% of Walmart sales, but it's going to hurt sales of general merchandise and other more discretionary items because it's going to take dollars away from their customers.
Patrick, you just mentioned the groceries. How is Walmart stacking up against, let's say, Amazon.com? I mean, they have groceries too. People order it online and it's delivered.
Well, I mean, Walmart actually is doing some testing of online grocery sales out on the West Coast, but they're not in that business in a big way yet. They're talking about it. But just overall, I mean, Walmart's the biggest grocer in the U.S., and they tend to be the low price provider, the low price leader, that sort of thing. They've done well in grocery over the past several years, no question about it. The problem area for Walmart has been in general merchandise, which is a higher margin business. So you want to keep those sales strong as well, and they haven't been.
Patrick, thank you very much. Patrick McKeever joining us. He is an analyst at MKM Partners. Sorry about that. Patrick says it is too soon to tell if this is the turnaround quarter for Walmart or not.